Yeah, there's no way for us to test this without letting the audience hear us. So, hi guys, welcome back. How we sound now? How you doing, Jack?
I'm okay. How are you?
Well, I was just bitching about how miserable I feel, and then all of that happened.
Which I'm sure made you feel even better.
The universe just telling me to get bent. Sounds good so far. Cool, cool, cool. Now,
So,
guys, did the other one sound fine and then it got bad, or did it just sound bad the whole time? Because, like I said, we were fine with each other. Me and Jack had no issues communicating. All right. I guess full intro. That sucks, man. We had a great opening this time.
I know it was hilarious. We did a whole bit and everything, even though it was totally unplanned.
It was the whole time. Cool. Good. That means hopefully whatever the issue was is fixed now. So, guys, welcome to the show. This is Monkey in the Morning. I'm Monk. He's Jack. We're not going to get back into how bitchy I am today. Other than to say, Jack, I'm not planning on covering a lot about Charlie's funeral.
Yeah.
Because frankly, I'm in a bad enough mood. And it's not that covering the funeral itself would. There's not a lot to cover with that. Satsu asked me last night, "Are you going to cover that?" I'm like,
I mean, there were some really good speeches and some really tepid ones, but it was a memorial service.
yeah.
What more can you say? It's tragic the guy's dead. And there's a lot of really bad, evil people mocking it tonight. So
I'm not a fan of funerals. I have never went to one and been like, "That was great." You know what I mean?
yeah, I've been to a couple that were actually like fairly upbeat. They were more like celebrating the person's life, not like I'm sad. It was more like, oh, this guy was awesome.
My brother's funeral, I mean, it was well done. My uncle did the service and he had people laughing as much as crying through it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a celebration of my brother's life. But even at the end of it, it was like, I'd rather we didn't have to do that.
Yeah, of course.
And frankly, I don't like the idea of most funerals because people want you to get all dressed up and put on your Sunday best. I just want this on the record in case anybody ever wonders. When I die and y'all have my funeral, come as you are. My funeral is come as you are, Jack. And that, look, if you come naked, you'll probably get kicked out. I have no say in that. But just comfortably, don't treat it like a somber event. Treat it like a get together with just one guy missing.
All right, you
That's,
guys heard it. I'm wearing pajama pants, a Hawaiian shirt, bringing pizza and a keg.
I like that Jack thinks he's gonna outlive me.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna die before you. I'll have like a heart attack or something.
Corey, thank you. You didn't sing at the end of the last stream, Monk. Yes, I did. It was just so broken up you didn't hear
Yeah.
it. Just kidding. I wouldn't lie to you like that. You're right. I didn't. And Mark Ruffalo, thank you. Hulk just mad that Hulk best friend JoJo didn't get such a nice funeral for dropping N bombs at the scene of a literal dumpster fire. That not racist. Charlie Kirk is racist. Make no sense. What Charlie Kirk got that Hulk map friend not got. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it.
I think the answer to that riddle is little boy ass.
Yes.
That was tasteless. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're fine. There was nothing wrong with that.
No, the main highlights of the funeral are pretty easy to hit real quick. Donald Trump Jr. gave a good speech. Trump's speech was a little meandering, but pretty normal.
Yeah.
And Erica's was really hard to hear. That one was pretty rough. And Elon Musk and Trump hung out together for a few minutes talking, and they shook hands at the end.
Yeah, I saw that.
And Musk tweeted out, he said, for Charlie, and a picture of them shaking hands.
Go ahead.
Did you see the brief interview that Elon Musk gave while the bagpipes were playing?
I did.
The end. That's all he had to say. That for me was the hardest part of watching that because Elon kind of choked up a little bit.
Doug says, I'm coming in my underwear on LSD. You're going to have to deal with Lady Monkey. That's on you.
Yeah, you're not going to win that one, dude.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I did not watch the funeral.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a clip of what Donald Trump said, just part of it. I saw the handshake, and I saw both a short and longer clip of the part where Elon was talking when the bagpipes were playing.
Yeah. There's the extended one. The short one kind of sums it up.
Yeah.
For me, that was probably the one that hit me the hardest because I've been to a lot of funerals over the years, but Elon kind of choking up there. That one actually kind of hit me. So
yeah, see, that's why I didn't even. I there was part of me like I should go watch Erica's thing, and I'm like, no, I don't want to cry.
Yeah, it was really. She obviously was having a tough time, but she was a real trooper. She is not a well trained speaker.
No.
Like most of the other people are people that have done a lot of public speaking, and she probably took a couple college classes. And I guess she's got a podcast, but she is not a formally trained speaker.
There's a difference between speaking in public and speaking in public in front of tens of thousands of people at your husband's funeral.
Yeah, no shit.
Those are entirely different situations. I'm pretty good at public speaking, Jack, and I don't know if I could do it well. In her shoes, if you're the like Trump, yeah, sure. Elon, sure. Anybody else giving the speeches who weren't married to the man, you know?
Yeah. Well, they've all done lots of public speaking in front of massive crowds.
Yeah.
She hasn't. So that it obviously made it harder for her.
Yeah.
And I watched a couple other people speak. I saw Ben Carson speak, which I was a little disappointed with that one. A lot of people were praising it, but didn't really have anything to do with Charlie. A couple other people talked about Jesus and stuff like that, and that kind of zoned out.
That's the other part of it. Look, that there was gonna be some politicization of that, you know, and there was gonna be religious talk, and I'll do my politics here, and I'll leave the religious people alone to do their religious stuff. They're not hurting me with that, so
yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't interest me, but I'm also not gonna, rip on them for it.
No, it is when the people get a little evangelical, I tend to kind of zone out.
Yeah,
because I'm not that interested in a lecture at a sad event. I grew up Methodist, so we have like the 15-minute rule for weddings and funerals, and then we all go home because it's like Lutheranism is Catholicism light, and the Methodists were like, that is way too long. How can we chop this down to like 15 minutes or less? And there are people, when we go to church on the rare occasion I would go, that would be looking at their watches at the 15-minute mark. Like, come on, dude, wrap it up. Because you'd get a preacher that used to be from another denomination and or sect. We had one that was like a Baptist preacher guest preaching or whatever. And that dude rambled on, and everybody's like getting antsy and fidgety. So that's probably where I get it from. But also, I have the attention span of a goldfish. So there's that.
Well, I think it should be a celebration of the person's actual life, and it should be short and sweet. Just my opinion on it.
Yeah.
And hang on real quick. If you guys are having problems talking over, apparently Rumble will not let them chat. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, I don't either.
That's them. Thank you, Retro V Gamer, who says Rumble chat won't let me or Brand make chats. Is that a configuration issue? It's I don't know what it is. Apparently we weren't supposed to stream tonight, Jack.
I guess, but
the video
poverty said otherwise.
I checked the video, and it seems that at least the video's playing over there. So yeah, don't know what's going on with the chat over there, guys. Sorry about that. They're trying to silence me, Jack.
Something's going on. Fucking hell. It doesn't even say how many people are over there.
I was gonna watch Medicare's stream, and twice now I was gonna watch Medicare's stream. First when it was on live, and then me and Satsu played a video game instead. And then just before the show, I loaded up. I'm like, I don't have time to watch this. I got to go do a show. But I did listen to the first couple of minutes of it, and it something he said in there hit me when he was talking about how. First, he says, let me get to this part first, that he didn't even know Charlie Kirk, but this has hit him harder than speaking about his own death.
Yeah.
Medicare's dying. He's actually dying.
Yeah, he's on palliative care. He's dying.
This affected him more than his own impending doom.
He choked up a couple times early on in that stream. That was tough to hear too, because he's always joking around and very stoic.
Oh, real quick, Michael, thank you. Said don't read until breaking the conversation. Did you guys see Jim's stream? Broke my heart to hear how broken he was. I still haven't watched the full thing, but he did say something that struck me, because I've seen this thing going around, we are Charlie Kirk. And Jim said, you know, I'm not like Charlie Kirk. And he said, most of us aren't like Charlie Kirk. And that's true. Yeah. I'm not like Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was a nice guy.
Yeah.
Look, in real life, even on here, even if I don't like something you said, I'll tell you I don't like what you said. But I'm still nice to you as a person, because I don't take this shit personally. However, he was able to have the conversations that would have me calling somebody a dumb fuck to their face and being civil about it. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I think my vegan gains debate showed that.
Yeah. Would you eat a retard? So then the space aliens got involved.
I think it's fine to aspire to be more like Charlie Kirk. The problem that I've noticed with stuff like this is that people will say that in the immediate aftermath, and then they go right back to being the shitbags they really are.
Yeah, well, you have to really commit to change.
Yep. And I'll be honest with you, I don't want to change. I think both Charlie and me have a vital role to play in the world.
Yeah, there needs to be people like Charlie that are sort of the entry point so you can build up to people like us who are way bigger dicks. Look, Charlie was an incredibly nice guy by all accounts. The people that say otherwise, from what I can tell, they're full of shit.
Nobody who actually knew him and sat down with him or talked to him in person says, and I'm not talking about the college kids at his little rally things, but people, even ones who disagreed with him, when they would sit down, like, no, he was a nice guy.
Yeah, Buck Angel called him a friend.
Yeah, everybody else, it's a bunch of shitbags who never met the man, and like, he said hateful things. Well, define hateful, fucker. Because real world hateful is completely different than you hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Nuck said you killed the nice guy, and now you're left with us. Yes, that's, true.
Yeah, shit, that brought Milo out of retirement because he was pissed about the whole thing. You really think that he's going to be nicer or even close to as nice as Charlie was? Come on.
Well, here's something with Milo. When he would sit down and he wasn't trying to be hyperbolic for the cameras and stuff, he had intellectual, pleasant conversations. He didn't scream at people. And even he was nice, especially compared to what the left is.
Oh, well, that's a low bar.
He just liked pissing him off with flamboyance.
Yeah.
And the Republicans took him out for that. Good job, guys.
Yeah, the way to shoot yourselves in the foot.
He was molested as a child. Get him.
Yeah. Fucking weird, man. But no, it's been pretty strange seeing how much of a ripple effect this has had with, of all people, Charlie Kirk getting murdered. All these other people are kind of waking up or having like revelations in their lives. Jim talking about religion, uh, that was out of left field. Elon and Trump getting back together. I mean, there's all sorts of like fallout from this. I'm real curious to see how long that lasts, if at all.
Unless you have other examples, I was only planning on bringing up the David Pakman tweet because I don't know how many of these shitbags I can take talking about this.
Yeah. The only thing I'll say is after the memorial service, I stumbled on Review Tech USA's full segment talking about Erica Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy is one of the most detestable human beings I've ever seen in my life. He said some really vile shit about that woman, implying that she had Charlie killed. He's a piece of shit. He's a big fat dude, no shirt on, bad mouthing this woman, and that kind of got me fired up. But David Pakman, that dude's a garbage person.
Yeah, so, and I would like to thank StreamYards for fucking up the stream because now there's 2 streams with his face that say garbage underneath it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
David Pakman said the Charlie Kirk funeral's absolutely disgusting, riddled with speeches that only dial up the temperature. Stephen Miller was particularly vile. Charlie, can I ask you a question? Why would you have watched this? Why would you have watched it other than to shit on it? You weren't watching this in good faith. You didn't tune in and be like, I miss Charlie Kirk, or even I was moved by what happened to Charlie. You literally only turned in so that you could come to social media and go, fuck these people. They need to turn down the heat. And I'm so fucking tired of this turn down the heat shit coming from the people who've been turning the gas up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's when you start a fire and throw a bunch of accelerant on it and you're trying to burn the witches are not the ones that are supposed to turn the heat down.
Oh, sorry. I do keep saying Charlie. I meant David. Sorry, Charlie. I meant this prick, and I apologize for that mistake there.
Yeah. David's a garbage person, and the fact that he would shit on a memorial service, that's pretty fucking evil, man.
I saw another person who claimed that it was just like the Nazi rallies, and I was like, oh yeah. Fuck. The man died. Leave him alone. Even if you want to say that it was just a political rally, who gives a fuck? Let it go.
Yeah. You could ignore anything that's televised. Generally speaking, you're not in North Korea where they're forcing you to watch it. Just let the man's family have their thing. Let the people that cared about him fill their arenas or whatever and watch it. The disingenuous nature of these absolute degenerate scumbags is beyond.
These are the kind of people who bitched about the Westboro Baptist Church, and now they're doing it online.
Yeah, well, and there were protesters out there too.
Yeah.
So that doesn't surprise me.
Speaking of protesters, I just got to tell you right now. For a moment today, I hated you, and then I loved you.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll get to that in a little while.
That's pretty much a daily occurrence around here, right? Usually when I send you videos. By the way, did you see that there was a guy that tried to sneak in the facility last night posing as a law enforcement official?
No, but I'm not shocked.
I'm not either. He did have a gun on him too.
I told Satsu last night. So the only way I'll cover this, and I'm hoping it doesn't happen, is if something happens there. You know what I mean? Like, I know the left, and it wouldn't be unlike their crazies to be like, this is our biggest stage. We can really make an impact here.
Yeah, I was actually very concerned that would happen, especially considering how many officials from the Trump cabinet and the administration were there. Because a lot of them knew Charlie, so they were giving speeches.
Cyber says, thank you. Do they really want us to turn up the gas? Stop it. Um, yeah. Oh no, we weren't on yesterday. Did you see they caught the guy who shot up the ABC affiliate?
Yeah. No, shockingly, another crazy lefty.
No, the left isn't crazy. They turned down the heat, Jack. It's all the Republicans who are doing it.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
But I
I
wanted to
thought about
highlight
that,
that.
AP, making a Blue Sky account. Those people are fucking crazy.
I thought about it because I wanted to discuss this guy. This is the shitbag who's accused of doing it.
Yeah.
The man is 63 years old. The other day we were talking and it came up, it's young people. It's not just young people. It's not just young people. And this is hey, what's up, AP? How you doing, man? Our generation, Jack, missed out on Vietnam.
Yeah.
And many of them are really, really sad about that. And they've been spending their whole lives looking for their moment of relevance. They missed the civil rights marches. Mm-hmm. They missed fighting against Vietnam. And they got to live in a cushy country where things were getting much better. And they're like, but I want to rebel. And they've spent their whole life chasing that.
I've noticed that it's mostly people between like 50 and 65.
Yes.
That's the people that just missed the Vietnam era, but were too young to do like Lilith Fair, or too old to do Lilith Fair and all the other like revival of the hippie shit. So they were that like kind of lost hippie generation that really try hard wannabes.
Well, even with like the Lilith Fair and stuff, I mean, that's still an extension of that same mentality of wanting that time back.
Yeah, but they were too old to be cool at that point. So they there's like that golden window of hitting a trend. It's sort of like the Hello Fellow Kids thing, because they're like 5 to 10 years too old for that shit. So they are desperate to reclaim some kind of glory. And you have the college students that have the same mentality, and you have these old dumb fuck would-be hippies. And there's not a lot of middle ground. It's mostly like old people and really young.
That's because most people have just enjoyed life, and the left continue. I put on Twitter that this is somebody who just wanted, that hippie culture. And how dare you? We hippies, we didn't do violent stuff. What are you talking about?
What?
Like the 68 Democratic Convention called and said the Weather Underground said hi.
Yeah. What about the Siboney's Liberation Army?
Yeah.
There's probably a dozen hippie cults and terrorist groups that you could point to pretty easily. I mean, Jonestown for that matter.
This is the problem. Too. This is the problem between like the Lilith Fair thing and say Black Lives Matter. All along, yes, there were hippies who were like, well, let's just go get high and roll around in dirt and hump. And that was the majority of them. But all through that same time, you had the violent, I'm using air quotes, revolutionaries.
Yeah.
That has always been a part. Well, not always. Well, I guess you could. I mean, technically, you could label the Confederacy a revolution. Yeah, it has always been a lefty thing. Always. Like, we can't get what we want. Violence now.
I'd like to remind everybody that Charles Manson's group was considered a hippie group.
Yep.
They were as culty and murdery as they get. Which, by the way, there is some speculation that they killed a couple more people at their ranch thing, and bodies weren't found because there were some mine shafts near there.
Don't get me wrong, LSD is awesome, but you shouldn't trip every week for life. 3 years. Or for like 3 years. I'm very curious about the because like Joe Rogan and his go do deep whatever the fuck his hallucinogens are. They're using these drugs to fix people's brains. Like if they're using it in that way, the logic behind it then is that shit actually changes your brain. Maybe you shouldn't do it. And you definitely shouldn't be doing it long term. We've seen lots of examples lately of people who decided they're going on hallucinogens and then they just aren't normal anymore.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it, it's supposed to be a vacation, not a lifestyle, guys. Because it's going to fuck up your brain and you're going to come out retarded and you'll probably vote for Tim Walz in Minnesota.
And you'll be smelly.
And you will smell, yeah. It just worries me that there's so many people that have been preaching it as a lifestyle change.
Mm-hmm.
Because with my neck, I mean, that's some of the things that they've talked about is using various different drugs, to fix your brain. My brain is fine, and my spinal cord is what we need to fix, y'all. I don't want my brain retrained to think that the pain I'm feeling is pleasure. You know what I mean?
That would be weird.
Right? So, nah. All right, Jack. Anything else about these shitbags? Because I really can't take them now. But if you want to, if you have a specific example, I'm happy to do it. But we're not digging deep.
No, did you want to play that clip from Pac-Man, or because we put it up, but you didn't play it?
Well, I showed his tweet is what I was showing them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I read his tweet, so no, that's fine.
Shit. That dude always looks like he's one of those smarmy fucks that thinks he knows everything. Like that guy from Adam Knows Everything. Like, oh, actually, he sits around sniffing his own farts.
Now, the only other thing I wanted to say about that is thank you for telling him to fuck off, because I went to do it and I'm blocked by him.
Oh, I'm surprised I wasn't blocked, actually. Probably am now, but...
Yeah, he blocked me over the last time we talked about his bitch little ass.
Because he's a pussy.
All right. I wanted to watch this video, and then we're going to watch the two you sent me so I can explain to people why I hated you and then loved you. Did you see this video?
Yeah, I retweeted this.
Okay. So, on your screen, there's a clown and a reporter, and they're wearing the wrong clothes. They're wearing each other's uniforms right now,
which is shocking in some ways.
Dangerous. Thank you. Can't believe the people who watch their friend get assassinated won't calm things down. By the way, if you need to rely on other people to turn down the temperature, you're admitting you are violent. Well, think about the idea of that. All right, before we get to this guy, we will come back to this. Think about that turn down the temperature thing. This is just from the very people who are right now going, free speech, free speech, free. What they're saying is the right needs to shut up.
Yeah.
Because they have not pointed to a single thing where like Charlie's like, these aren't people. Not one. They haven't shown anything where it's like dehumanizing people or any of their normal rhetoric. None of it.
No, it's the best they could do is take him out of context.
They're just going, he said this. Meanwhile, you guys are out there defending people like Hassan saying, you need to kill Rick Scott. Yeah. Like, oh, that's just hyperbole.
Uh-huh.
Get absolutely fucked right in the ass with that nonsense. It is just another way to try to control speech because that's all they know how to do. Well, that and be violent. You guys need to turn down the rhetoric. What that means is you guys need to stop having those opinions. They're not pointing to anybody going, we need to beat these guys down. And there are some people out there who've embraced that. They're really small accounts. There's no major accounts doing it. But they're not pointing They're not pointing to any of that shit. They're going, he said the Civil Rights Act shouldn't have been done. Okay, how do you turn down that rhetoric? Well, you stop saying that. It is a valid opinion to think that the Civil Rights Act was a mistake.
Well,
and by valid, I just mean it's legally allowed. It's not hurting anybody. He backs it up with why he thinks that. He's not. This isn't Hassan saying somebody needs to do it. Go ahead, Jack. I'm sorry.
Well, they're also not giving the full context or the full quote of what he actually said and why he said it.
And I hear, but that is beyond the point because they're not even pointing to anything that's actually turning up heat.
The clips, disagreement with them is turning up the heat.
Yeah, that's my point here. Is that they can't point to anything that is violent rhetoric from Charlie. The worst they can show is even taken out of context. Let's say that their context is perfectly fine. He said something you didn't like. He didn't say to be violent. He wasn't dehumanizing. None of that shit. The closest you can come to that is Stephen King taking him out of context saying he said to stone gay people, which he never said. Yeah. That's it. All the rest of it is he said things I didn't like. So when they say tone down the rhetoric, we need to turn down the temperature, turn it down. What they're saying is right. Those of you on the right, those of you conservatives, those of you who agreed with Charlie, shut up. Just your opinion is the heat. That's what it is. And that's what pisses me off about it. And that's why I'm not even going to split hairs about taking them out of context. Because even out of context, there's nothing there that was violent. There was nothing there that was making it in any way okay to shoot this man.
Oh, God, no. No. Even the worst thing he ever said was at best mildly offensive to somebody. It was never insightful. It was never directly hurtful. This is childish. These people are emotional toddlers.
All right. You know what? We'll get back to that other one in a minute. I was going to skip this because we watched this crazy cunt the other day. Where's that Ilhan Omar tweet?
Oh,
yeah, it is. We got to watch Ilhan and Caitlin Collins again, Jack.
Do we?
Yes. I think this is this the right one? Yeah. Okay. So this is from the clip we watched the other day, but we didn't finish watching it because I couldn't take the bits.
Yeah.
Your colleague, another Democrat, Jamie Raskin, voted yes on this resolution. He basically
again, this is the resolution just to honor Charlie Kirk. Michael, thank you. Sargon made a great statement about free speech. It's like game theory. It only works if everyone has it. If one side changes the rules, they need to be abided until both sides agree to freedom. What do you mean they need to be abided? That they need to follow their own rules? That's never going to happen on the left. They don't even see it that way. And Sargon is not somebody who should be talking about free speech until he apologizes for the Christiosity thing. He is the bite my tongue, bite my tongue, bite my tongue. He is the left. He did the fucking thing. Thank you, Cybertaz. I appreciate you becoming a member. He did the thing. It was like, no, I'm for free speech, but I'm going to cut off theirs because they did it to me. Anyway,
voted yes on this resolution. He basically said, even if he didn't agree with every phrase in it, that he viewed it as a moment for both parties to come together. Do you think he's wrong in that?
I don't give Jamie Raskin much credit, but I'll give him a little credit on that. He's at least saying the right things. Hey, this is a good time for us all to come together. Shit's gotten out of hand. I don't believe him because he's Jamie Raskin and he's a shitbag.
Yeah.
But at least he said the right things. They have to be held to their own standard is what I mean. If you're holding them to their standard, then that is now your standard. You get that, right? You have to have your own standards. And if you want to say, hey, this is where if you want to point out their hypocrisy, that's fine. But the only way to hold them to their standard is to do what they're doing, and that becomes your standard. That's what I'm saying, Michael. All right. So is Jamie Raskin wrong for being like, maybe we shouldn't be cunts right now?
Well, the moment should exist, but what we have seen this week in
The moment should exist. I hope she doesn't mean the shooting at Charlie.
I think she means the moment of what Raskin was saying.
See, I can be bad faith too, Ilhan.
regards to what my Republican colleagues have decided to do in their attacks targeting me and what the president has decided to do. These are people who are calling basically for our assassination of us.
Okay, pay attention to what she just said there. These people are basically calling for the assassination of us.
I have heard no one say anything even remotely close to that.
Oh, wait, she's going to give us an example.
Yeah.
Nancy Mace, as you just referenced, called me the enemy of the state.
Okay. Her example of them basically calling for her assassination is her being called the enemy of the state.
That's, I mean, you could be called an enemy of the state. That doesn't mean they're going to kill you.
These are people who have told us that their opponents are Nazis, fascists, that they're destroying democracy, that they're going to end our country.
Threat to democracy.
Threat to democracy. You won't even have a nation anymore, which, by the way, they bitch because Trump basically repeated their rhetoric in one speech.
Yeah.
But by her own thinking, things like that are a threat of assassination. Nancy Mace didn't come out and say assassinate her. That's her putting that in there. If somebody says enemy of the state, then they're calling for assassination. So when you call somebody a Nazi, unless you're saying we're a Nazi nation, or at least don't oppose Nazism, you're calling them an enemy of the state. When you're saying they're going to destroy our democracy, you're calling them the enemy. In their mind, and look, I don't think she's ever put this together, but in her mind, she is saying that when she hears her friends, when she hears AOC in the well of the house say, their fascism is here. No, that was Rashida Tlaib. Fascism is here. She heard go kill him. That's her thinking, not mine.
Yeah, but it's okay when they do it.
And this is why it is dangerous when they do it, because they do believe that.
Yeah.
They do believe that you deserve to die for disagreeing with them.
Well, you're subhuman.
You're a Nazi. I've actually been called subhuman.
I have too.
Yeah. I wanted to play this because it is instructive. I've told you guys this so many times. When you hear what they say, you mean. When they're telling you what you mean by something, understand that is them saying, this is how I would interpret that if it came out of my own mouth. And then pay attention to the fact that shit like that or worse has come out of their mouths. Like, you're basically saying you want me assassinated for the same things that I've said to you. What the fuck? Because that's what their brain hears. So she's telling you who she is right here. She's telling you that if she calls somebody Nazi or fascist, or when she hears her friends doing it, that she's saying assassinate that person. Thank you, Duck Dog. National Socialist Workers Party, Minnesota Socialist Framers Party. See the similarities. Yes. Don't get me started on that shit. I don't want to have a communism or a Nazism debate, which is communism. I know. It's socialist. Fuck off. That's the underside of the duck. It's still all on the same duck. Anyway, Jack. let's get to our more fun thing, because that other guy is just funny. Now I gotta find it again. Where was that? Oh, I just want to put that up. That made me laugh way harder than it should have. No, don't care about that one. There we go. All right, so this reporter's asking this. I wouldn't even actually call that drag, but that's what it is these days. This looks more like Mardi Gras clownery.
Yeah, because it triggers my fear of clowns. But yeah, this is a sort of like over the top drag. I think they have a specific term for it, but I don't know. I don't know drag culture that well. But not all drag queens are kid diddlers or anything. Just the ones that want to read to children, as far as I can tell.
If you have a one message to Israel, what would it be?
Okay. I don't know what this protest is, but
I don't either.
Just as a general rule, Jack, you're a reporter and you see this guy walking down the street. What would your message to Israel be your first question?
Probably not. I would probably be asking them about what they're out there doing, and does your outfit have a specific meaning? I see a resistance sign in the back, so
I see a whole bunch of normally dressed people back there, and those would be the ones that I believe he did this because he saw that guy and went, clearly he's far left.
Yeah, I mean, generally speaking, that's a fairly safe assumption.
Yep.
If you come across somebody in the drag community or an LGBT alphabet soup march, so that it is a very safe bet. There are There's a handful of outspoken right wingers that are into drag, but they are very, very much the minority.
Yeah, I just don't get why you would ask this guy. The only reason to go to this guy is because you thought you were going to get your own views fed back to you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's see how that works out for him, shall we?
Indeed.
If you have a one message to Israel, what would it be?
Keep going.
Well,
oh, fuck. It's funnier every time.
Yeah, he's smiling too.
Yeah, look at that shit-eating grin, man.
Yeah.
what? Keep going on the genocide or free? Oh, really?
Oh no, get the job done.
Or finish the babies?
Yeah, no, just get rid of Hamas. Make it go.
No, but right now they honor life in babies. They're not even.
No, they're hiding behind babies.
I kind of love this guy.
Me too. He's not wrong.
No, he's absolutely correct. And it's not what you would expect from a guy with a hat with sunflowers on it.
No, not at all. I don't think those are sunflowers. Aren't those like daisies?
I don't know, but I
marigolds?
respect it more after this.
Yeah. I think that's supposed to be a marigold bush.
Marigold bush. If your
Here's
name is Marigold, blame monkey.
My favorite part of this exchange.
Oh, really? Of course they are. Oh wow, I didn't know.
No, everything is all the channels. Everything they're always hiding behind civilians.
But does that give them right to honor life the babies?
Okay. Hiding behind civilians is a war crime. And your concern is with Israel's reaction to the war crime.
Yeah. And yeah, like Danger said, dude, put down the shovel. Like, you're not going to win here. The dude wearing the Ukrainian dress is probably not on your team on this issue. You're not going to convince him.
Missouri, thank you so much. I missed you guys live on my birthday last Thursday. Can I get a song for my 30th? Of course you can. But real quick, that made me, I was watching Jimmy Carr clips earlier.
Oh, yeah?
And yeah, Jimmy Carr's got his own YouTube now where he's posting tons of shit of his own stuff.
Yeah, he's had it up for like 2 years.
he's really gotten a lot more active recently in posting stuff because he just had a major tour. So YouTube keeps showing me all of it.
He's been promoting it quite a bit.
But somebody in the audience, he asked him where they're from, and the guy goes, Missouri, USA. And he's like, you don't have to tell people. There's only one Missouri.
Yeah, now if you had said Georgia, that'd be different.
Yeah. If you guys are from Missouri, you don't have to tell everyone else. Anyway, Missouri, this one's for you. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Missouri.
Dear Missouri.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Hope you had a good one. I really do.
Indeed.
All right. That's enough of this one. I just had to play that part because that shit made me laugh so hard.
Yeah, that was funny.
I want to get into the ones where I told the audience I told you that I loved you and hated you. So let's start with the hate first, because this is the order that I watched these videos.
Oh, dear.
All right.
Hypothetically, right? Out of the
Fuck, is that really loud for you?
It is kind of loud.
All right, the visual's going to be bad enough. We make sure the audio is better.
hypothetically, right? Out of these two, who do you think is more likely to be supportive of human rights?
Okay, on the screen, there's a guy wearing a Donald Trump t-shirt on one side, and on the other side, it's a dude wearing a Hamas t-shirt. And what I don't know what that tablecloth they wear on their head is called. I know it starts with a K. And our little fat girl's not going to help me with that. I'm just going to call it the tablecloth they wear on their head because that's what it is.
Yeah, it's like a dishcloth, I think.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, right? Out of these two, who do you think is more likely to be supportive of human rights?
Number 2, mostly because of I think it's like a keffiyeh or something, and then the Hamas shirt.
You think the person wearing the Hamas shirt is more likely to?
Yeah, Monkey. Only one person pictured as a terrorist, right?
This is an American. You can tell from maybe it's a Canadian. I didn't hear her say a boot. So this is somebody from our continent, Jack, who just said that wearing the Hamas shirt shows that they are in favor of human rights or civil rights. Civil rights. We didn't even get to the human rights part of it.
Yeah, the dishcloth tells you that they are in fact very liberated, open-minded folk, right? Don't ask the Byzantines; they'll give you a different answer.
I don't know how we fight back against this stupidity.
Dude, it's like cult the programming. Some people are never going to get it. You know, I don't know if you can fight against this level of ignorance and stupidity because there's so much of it. It's so pervasive. And they are never open to the idea that they might even possibly be wrong or even just a little off center with what they're saying. That never enters their mind, and you can't convince them otherwise.
Tubby, you don't have to eat the books. You're supposed to read them.
I think what they should do is work out some sort of cultural exchange where we offer these people the ability to travel to a country where they'll feel safer. Then we'll give them a list of like 5 or 6 of them, like Algeria, Saudi Arabia, Iran, whatever. And they can renounce their American citizenship and go there and never come back.
Look, the Chinese are facing a population problem. You are a woman of childbearing age. Why don't you go over there?
Yeah, you probably never even feel that Chinese wiener in you with all those rolls.
But she's not done being stupid.
Nope.
Sure, I do think that violence is the voice of the unheard, and Hamas has been very much unheard for 75 years.
Hamas has been unheard for 75 years, Jack.
Yeah, so she's admitting they've been violent for 75 years.
We're the voice of the unheard. Violence is the... Shut up. No, it's not. No, it's not. How long has Hamas even been around? Has Hamas been around for 75 years?
I don't know. Look it up.
Hamas, when did they...
Hamas. 1987.
That's definitely not 75 years.
Yeah, it formed in 1987 at the beginning of the first Palestinian Intifada uprising.
Yeah, 1950 would be 75 years. It's really easy to do the math on that one because we're in 2025. You just need to add another 50.
Yeah, they are a branch of the Muslim Brotherhood.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, the Muslim Brotherhood's been around long enough, but...
hey, Satsu, what you doing awake, man?
Yeah. The Muslim Brotherhood's 97 years old, so...
This voice of the unheard. Get fucked.
It's a justification to be violent. That's all that
It is.
Well, we were unheard. No, we were ignoring you because you're fucking stupid. You have stupid ideas, and these throwback barbarians that live in the 7th century and worship a violent warlord who diddled kids and apparently liked getting railed by dudes in the desert is stupid. Okay, I'm sorry. You don't like it? Don't come to this country. In fact, we would prefer you didn't. And any of your violence is the voice of the unheard bullshit can leave the country too.
Now, that video made me hate you because you sent that to me.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you knew what you were doing.
Of course it did. Although I'll deny that most of the time.
The chicken egg rears its ugly head once again.
Yeah.
But then I saw this, and this is the one you sent me right before it. And I typically watch things in reverse order to how they come to me. The first thing and then the next one up.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I watched them in this order because it made talking to you tonight feel so much nicer.
Yeah, I don't like it when you're mad at me.
Jimmy Walker, thank you. Hamas being 75 years old would explain why he's going bald. Oh, wait, that's Hassan. Thank you. And if you guys don't get why I called him Jimmy Walker, you should watch the show more. Thank you, Gigi. All right, let's do this. Oh, wait, before I do that. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Monkey, stop clicking things that you don't need to be clicking. Can you talk for just a second here, Jack?
Certainly. What's up, chat? Monkey's doing something. Don't forget to hit the like button, share it on your social media, subscribe if you haven't, because we're kind of fun around here. Monkey's inner voice. She's opposed to Israel because she believes they are occupying a buffet zone, not a buffer zone. That is a possibility I had considered. She sees the guy wearing the tablecloth and wants to wipe her mouth on it like it's a bib or a napkin, so she thinks he has food.
She don't use a napkin or anything. She just uses her finger to slide it into her gullet. Anyway, Satsu, I threw you the link. You don't have to join, just in case you wanted to. All right, so this is I don't even know what to make of this.
Yeah, I know.
These are anti-ICE protesters, which I want to repeat what I said on Twitter. Every time one of these assholes says to you, you need to turn down the heat, you tell them, oh, then we need more ICE. See if that turns down the heat at all. Be sure to capitalize ICE.
It would definitely cool that burn. Oh.
This they're training each other, Jack, and do you remember when we watched the last Antifa training video?
Yeah, they're funny every time because these people are a bunch of noodle-armed pussies.
FL, thank you so much. Or like hams of the ass. Thank you. They joined with Big H in World War II, lost badly, and proceeded to get kicked out of every country that took them in. Yeah, remember, in Gaza, there's a Muslim country right there. Literally, the country that is run by the Muslim Brotherhood. And they're like, no.
Yeah, they are surrounded by Muslims, and none of those Muslims want them. I mean, Egypt hates them because they tried to overthrow the government. Jordan, same reason. Lebanon, nobody wants these clowns. They're all violent shitbags that constantly trying to overthrow whatever regional governments around.
Yeah, just your somewhat regular reminder that the Gazan Strip had a chance to vote for one of two terrorist organizations, and they went with the worst of the two.
Yep.
The West Bank didn't do that. They went with the PLA. They were like, ugh. When other terrorist groups are looking at you and going, fuck, maybe there's a problem.
Yeah. Maybe you're the baddies.
All right, back to this video. The other day I told you guys we're going to be very careful with what kind of violence we show on this channel because I don't know how YouTube's going to react. I have a feeling a crackdown's coming, Jack.
Oh, yeah.
But we're making an exception here. PLO. No, it's the PLA. It's the Palestinian Liberation Authority. The PLO was the group that spawned it.
Yeah, the PLA is supposedly the more diplomatic version.
The political arm.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, the PLO and the PLA are the same thing, but
yeah, it's just rebranding.
Yeah. All right. Our violence here, warning for the audience because of violence.
It's very brutal, like Bugs Bunny.
They are training these people how to fight back,
how to resist ICE.
I gotta get lower.
No, caress my nipples.
I don't know how well it's showing up on the screen, but do you see his legs as he's doing? That is not how you would stand to resist being pushed. You're gonna fall back that way. This back leg should be further back, dummy.
Well, even if he's teaching her how to shove, the cops aren't going to be standing like some pussy little retard. They're going to stand in a trained fashion with armor and weaponry and probably a truncheon or some mace. They're not going to stand there and take it like bitches, you dumb fucks.
PA, no L. Oh, did they finally drop the L? I don't pay much attention to them at all. Nobody cares about the West Bank. It's kind of funny, actually.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to our excellent training montage. We need a montage. Somebody needs to put that music to this.
Look how they're all pussy pushing too, like, yeah. That lady in the backpack back there. Well, I just throw myself at him.
Watch. I had to back this up because watch the amount of force she puts here. And he over exaggerates it, but dude, she moved you and she barely pushed.
He's trying to get laid. Watch that chick in between them in the background with
right
the backpack.
Here. Yeah.
Yeah, watch them. This part's funny.
I just want to point out that the guy that pushed her barely moved her and she made him take 2 steps back.
Yeah, well, she's got more testosterone than him. He's probably on a registry, too.
It's not like she's buff or anything.
No, all these people look like flabby arms.
But I stayed up. That's the point, right?
That's the sound they're all making.
Thank you, Frosted. He's training to violate restraining orders.
Yeah, all these people look like child abductors.
In this scenario, which one is ICE and which one is the protester? Is the protester being pushed or the pusher?
I think they're taking turns being the aggressor. I don't know.
Yeah, but who is the, in their mind, bad guys? In this scenario where she keeps pushing him, is she the ICE agent or is she the protester?
I don't think they know. I think they're just picturing that they're shoving a crossing guard so they can abduct children because there's so many sex offenders in Antifa.
Oh God, there's a video we can't show, but I have to talk about. Remember that annoying chick we saw on Piers Morgan the one time, and she's running for Congress. Her name's Kat Abu.
Oh yeah,
she got knocked to her ass by ICE the other day.
I heard about that, but I didn't see the video.
Oh, there's video. She goes flying. And I know my voice sounds happy right now. I promise I'm not, because violence is never the answer. But she went flying like 12 feet, dude.
Nice.
Yeah. Our little background character there just body checked that guy.
Yeah. That's the one I was laughing at.
You really don't want to do that to an ICE agent.
Not with these pussies. No, they'll bounce right off. I mean, the ICE agents have to mock these guys routinely.
Well, here's the thing. Let's just take this guy right here. We're gonna do the anatomy of an assault here. See how he's getting down. Let's say, for argument's sake, she's the ICE agent, right?
Yeah, okay.
And she's trying to push him, and he's teaching her how to resist by getting lower, spreading your feet apart, which, by the way, actually is good advice if you have somebody who knows what they're doing showing you.
Yeah.
You need to stretch your legs out further because you're going to get knocked on your ass. But here's the thing. If they try to push you and you can't move because you did that, you know what they're going to do? They're going to sweep your fucking leg.
Sweep the legs.
Because that's the easy counter if you're trying to move this person. You just put your foot behind theirs, and they're going to go backwards.
You don't even need to know martial arts. I'm pretty sure you could buy 3 issues of Black Belt magazine from 1986 and learn better tactics than anything these clowns have.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to let it play a little bit more. We did go back.
Because it's funny every time. There's so much to look at.
That's the point, right?
Let me put my purse down.
I don't even understand what they're trying to train for here.
The building their upper body strength.
See, look, she did it better. And this is the part that made me curious of who is who.
Well, he just called her a fascist, so I'm
exactly
the ICE agent here.
So basically, this seems like they're trying to train them to assault, pushing a police officer and an ICE officer. That's battery.
Oh yeah, yeah, and a battery on a law enforcement officer in some states can be a felony. So I don't know about federal level, but I'd imagine that it's probably not a good idea. Don't hit police officers. Just saying, throwing that out there for legal reasons.
I just don't.
You're going to lose.
Yeah, you're going to lose because let's say you push them and knock them to the ground. They're going to get up and pepper spray your ass.
Yeah, or tase you from the ground, or maybe shoot you, depending on the threat level or their trigger happiness. Look, it's just a terrible idea. And he's probably got friends with him, especially at ICE facility. These people are dumb. They're actively teaching these retards how to fail at this and then get hurt.
Yes, which is funny because when it happens, I'm going to be there to watch.
Yeah,
and laugh.
This dude's totally going to try and cop a feel on her boobies.
Look, I get it. I mean, she looks like she's fit enough. Not for you, Jack. She's fat by your standards.
She's fat. Look at that gut hanging out.
She's fit enough. She's got a nice tan going on.
Shirt doesn't even fit. Ugh.
I'd pork her. I'm just saying. So the only thing, my only problem with that, Jack, is there's no way this guy isn't gay.
Well, like I said, there's an inordinate amount of sex offenders in Antifa, so
yeah, that's him in the background right there. Fuck this guy for wearing a Cubby shirt. Why are you wearing a green Cubby shirt?
Dude, do you really want to try and figure these people out? Because
I want to know
TBIs.
I want to know what retard made a green Cub shirt.
It was probably some failed printing thing, and they threw them all out, and he's dumpster diving.
Because the Cubs logo is red, white, and blue. Green clashes, dummy. A Palestinian Cubby shirt? Maybe that's what he was going for.
Yeah.
Which, if that's the case, double fuck him. Looking at it, is that marijuana leaves on it?
Probably. Who knows?
Whatever. So I just wanted to highlight this for you guys. Be careful, because did you see the end there? This is why I say he's gay. Hang on, we got to go back. Watch this part. Watch how he reacts when she puts his hands on him. That lean back, like that was so gay, dude.
Yeah, and now she's cupping your wrists. She has no respect for you as a man,
no,
gay or otherwise.
Well, that's because she just manhandled him. Look at the size difference in their arms, and she's not like I know you're gonna say she's fat, but she's not fat to where her arms should be that much bigger than his.
Yeah, like hit the gym, dude. Look, I'm out of shape, but pretty sure I could take any of these people in a straight fight.
Thank you, Devil Pup. Oh my God. Okay, now you have to have your man call you Devil Pump. This.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Devil. You know I love you. There's no recovering from that, so we're just gonna move on.
Yep.
This is 10 minutes from my house. Turn me blue, please. This is 10 minutes from your house. Could you go record some? I'm just saying. From down the street. You don't got to get close to them.
Yeah, zoom lenses are your friends with these people. Just be careful if you try that. Yeah, I don't know, man. I get a kick out of every time these clowns try and train. There's not a single real fighter among them most of the time. That's why they have to attack in packs like hyenas.
They made the green AY, Green Day, I'm guessing, St. Patrick's Day shirts sell near the Rod. You can't write like that when I have trouble reading. Basically, they sold it near Wrigley. It's green. So
if it's St. Patrick's Day, it makes sense.
No, it doesn't. Let the Celtics have that and leave them alone. Thank you, Chris Gilroy. Hey, Monk and not Monk. Do you remember when all there was to be angry about was a blonde wearing jeans? Simpler times. Oh, well, back to the start. Oh, indeed.
True. Hi.
Well, realize now that by their own standards, they can kill everybody that works at Levi. Isn't that gross?
Well, yeah. It is very gross, but that's the mentality you're dealing with here is they are dehumanizing anybody that is even mildly opposed to them so they can make it more palatable to send them off to see the wizard at the gulag.
Yeah, but Chicago loves the Irish. I know they do. I know. But the Cubs are red, white, and blue. Those are the acceptable colors for shirts with the Cub logo on it. I could even go with black because that's a blank slate, but anything else is going to clash.
They were just getting everybody mentally ready for the National Guard coming in.
Yeah, but be careful out there, guys. They're training again. And jeez.
How overconfident do you think these clowns are going to be?
I just wonder if they actually think they're learning anything here.
Oh, I absolutely think they think they're learning something. Because this is the type of people that think they're experts on anything once they learn something small. So this absolutely will give them a false sense of security and overconfidence. I mean, they've been told forever that they're the best at everything, that they're smart,
You're simply the best.
Yeah, they've always been puffed up in the self-esteem department, so why wouldn't they think that?
Thank you, Devil Pup, who says, now I have to change my name to Devil Pump. Thanks. You're welcome. Good luck to them, I guess, is all I want to say.
Yeah, fuck these clowns.
You fucking retards are going to get yourselves tased, and you're going to be like, I can't believe they did that.
We did minutes of training.
My question about which one they're role-playing as, it really doesn't matter, because whether you are the one standing there strong against the police being pushed, if they've told you to move and they're getting to the point where they're pushing you, they're being as nice as they can be in that situation, and it's just going to get worse from there. If you manage to stop them from pushing you, it's going to go badly. And on the other hand, if you're trying to push them, you're going to prison.
Yeah, your defiance on these matters escalates things. So you're either going to get arrested or maced or tased or bludgeoned or arrested or any combination therein. This is not... See, if they were real smart, what they'd be doing is learning how to link arms and go dead weight.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a much more effective tactic.
Now, look, for girls, I don't know, but I know for boys, nobody has to be taught this, because when we're young, we do this to each other.
Yeah, people fight all the time when they're kids. Boys do anyway.
Yeah. See who's stronger and push on each other. Yeah, I mean, this is some stuff that you just learn as a kid when you're like 6 as men.
But then you got to remember that they've gotten rid of a lot of they've overcorrected with the anti-bullying stuff. So there's no horseplay anymore. No just
That's
joking
fair.
around, pushing each other. So they don't have that experience if they're like under 30.
Men do stupid shit like shaking each other's hand, trying to see who can squeeze the other one the hardest.
Yeah. Trust falls were invented by men. We do all kinds of dumb shit, and especially as kids.
Yeah, that's my point. This is not something you need taught in your 20s unless you're like so sad.
Well, that's kind of the state of things these days.
You're not wrong.
It's depressing to think that these kids are this desperate for learning stuff that 6-year-olds used to be able to do, but it's not surprising. Yeah, it's just, I thought it was hilarious watching them shove each other around, and I wanted to share it with you. So I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I did. And again, I watched those two back to back. And after that first one, I was like, oh, you can't be this retarded. And then I watched the video. Oh, they are that retarded.
Yep. It's amazing, dude. I'm constantly impressed by the arrogant ignorance of these leftists. It's just shocking. Were communists always this stupid? Because, I mean, if you grew up under communism, I could understand it. You're subjected to all the propaganda and everything. But people that were like around before the cultural revolutions and then participated in it, were they always this usefully stupid? Because, God.
There's a reason for the term useful idiot.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for the record, since the Communist Manifesto, we've all lived under communism.
Yeah, sadly.
Because look, you have your useful idiots. Like, I wasn't going to go into communism. Didn't I say that? You have your useful idiots, and they're the sheep. They don't put much thought into it. And then you have the people who are, for lack of a better term, pulling the strings, who know what propaganda to send to people. So even people in the West, people who've lived in America their whole life, they're rich kids who've grown up pampered, are out there like, communism's a better way. If anybody should be like, no, capitalism's great, it should be them.
You would think so, but look at his son.
Anyway, I'm actually kind of glad, because this segues into this a little bit, in the propaganda notion. I've mentioned the channel Ho Math before, and I'm assuming this is the people who run that channel. But I'm not watching the video. I read the tweet here because somebody tweeted it out. Racism is fake. It's not a real concept.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing a straw man building contest.
I'll throw this into chat if anybody wants to read through it and be like, "Monkey, you're right." But I'm not going to read through the whole thing. It's an excellent example of propaganda because instead of dealing with the actual concept of racism, he just declares racism is fake and that what racism really just means is white people bad. And the left trying to change that into what racism is doesn't mean racism doesn't exist. It means they're retarded. And now you've joined them in retardation. He says when somebody comes up to him and says that they've experienced racism, he tells them, no, they haven't. And he goes on to say what people call racism is just boundaries.
What?
I'm not kidding. That he even look right there. He bold-faced it and in all caps, boundaries. It's just boundaries. Well, here's an idea for you. Boundaries can be racist if they're based on racism, you fucking retard. This one got me hot because the racism debate always does.
Yeah, I saw you talking with was it Nothing For You Here?
Yeah. And yes, the left has gone crazy with this shit, and a lot of what they call racism isn't. And yes, you can even have racist boundaries if you want, within the law, because otherwise you'll go to, get fined or go to jail.
Yeah.
But what you can't do is argue that literally racism isn't a real concept.
Well, I mean, if you want to get pedantic about it, technically a lot of the racist notions are ethnocentrism because race is a classification system created by eugenicists to subhumanize minorities, which is why the left loves the idea. I just thought I'd throw some etymology out there.
Even with that, racism is real.
Yeah, absolutely.
Once you, what you said is correct. A lot of it is xenophobia, which is a completely different concept.
Yeah, and the idea that there are different races of humans, you're effectively saying that black people are a separate branch of humanity. They're that way you can otherize them. You're saying the same thing for whites and Asians and whatever brand of brown you find.
And that's the issue. It's not that we notice race, because this is the thing. Like, clearly you can see I'm a black man. You can't be colorblind. Yeah, I see you're a black man. I just don't treat you different because you're a black man.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I care about other elements of your life.
But this shit is a thinly, and I do mean wet paper thinly veiled, attempt to justify racism with not having the balls to just say it's okay to be racist and hiding it behind some bullshit nonsense definition of what racism is given to you by the left.
That's usually how it works, isn't it?
This is just crap. And Nothing For You asked me why this one got me so hot. And there's two things. One, it is very deceptive. This is deceitful. And two, it's encouraging racial tensions. And I will never be on board with that. Ever.
No, animosity does nothing to build any bridges. You're just creating more division and more problems. And some people want that, though. They want that kind of strife.
Yeah. Rachel says Monk is cute. Why, thank you. I really am. Oh, Jack, I can't show it on the screen. I will throw it into chat for folks, but I found the video of Cataboo getting pushed.
Nice.
I will DM it to you separately. Just to make sure you get to watch it because it's awesome. It's not girl goes flying because you're standing in the middle of a fucking freeway funny, but it's still funny. All right, moving along.
Ooh, suck a bag goodbye.
Yeah,
that's not how you say goodbye.
Okay, so we talked about the Virginia election and what was going on in Arlington. In Arlington, I'm just going to call him what he is, a pedophile, was running around in school locker rooms, Jack, with his junk out. And because of the leftist ideology of science only exists when we say it does, they were defending that kind of shit until they got called out for it. And then they're like, no, it's just this one guy. Isn't one guy enough?
I would say it's too many, personally, but what do I know?
Let's say you believe in this stupid gender nonconformity fluid bullshit. Isn't the first time you're like, oh, wow, there's a dude with his dick out in the little girl's locker room. That should be the point where you're like, all right, we were wrong.
I mean, you would think so, but again, a lot of these people seem to have a special interest in children. Sydney Watson says, fans of the playground, because not only do they want to mutilate the kids, but they want to be around them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So they're going to make excuses for their associates who get caught doing such things because they have an unnatural attraction to spending time with kids.
Because of this whole controversy, they're trying to get Abigail, whatever the fuck her name is, the chick who's running as a Democrat, to answer the question, do you support this stuff? And she absolutely refuses to answer.
Of course, it's a hot potato during an election cycle.
And they saw what happened in the 2021 election, where Youngkin probably only wins because finally the truth about Loudoun County came out.
Yeah. What a spectacular disaster that was for the lefties.
Yep. And they weren't even the only ones, because you also had the stuff going on in Fairfax, which is still a shithole.
Yeah, and they're still having problems in both those counties.
So this is a man on the street kind of thing, and they're talking to this guy who has oddly female breasts, even for a dude, man. I know old men get, man titties, but those are oddly feminine breasts.
Maybe he had a boob job done.
I mean, look at that. Is he wearing a bra? Because that is for man titty, that is a little bit too perky.
I believe it's called a manzier, monkey.
If I was told he was on estrogen, I wouldn't be shocked. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it won't be there. Well, maybe he has very low T and very high E.
He got high titties is what he got.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That's a genetic defect nobody wants to get.
So Booby here has an opinion on all of this. Oh, shit. Forgot to turn it back up. There we go. Let's try that again.
What I was saying is, the question I asked is, how does it affect your life as an individual?
How does a grown man with his dick out in a girl's locker room affect you as an individual? Hey, homie, there's a high likelihood that somewhere in the world right now, somebody's getting raped. It doesn't affect me as an individual, but I think it's wrong and shouldn't happen.
Yeah. I mean, that's a loaded question, the way you framed it.
Well, this is their thinking. Anytime there's some bullshit like this, like, how does it affect you? I don't have to be personally affected by something stupid to point out that it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's there's a degree of empathy there. I don't need to experience prison rape to know that it's bad.
Yeah, exactly. But how is that affecting you, Jack?
Well, it angers me because I think it's bad because I have empathy. Stupid fucking question.
How would and the question is, in terms of their lives, it's up to them what their lives will be.
The question is, in terms of their lives, the question is, how's it with their life, what they want it to be? It was a man with his dick out in front of children.
Yeah. Well, look, I figured out how this affects me personally. There's some dumb fuck asking me a retarded question, so it angers me.
Well, in fairness, I'm the one that asked you the question.
Well, no, I mean...
Damn it, he just called me a dumb fuck. Y'all heard it.
I didn't do that on purpose.
I know what you meant, but I'm not feeling charitable tonight after some of the shit we've watched.
The half of which is probably my fault.
I hadn't even put that part of it together. I'm just angry in general.
Yeah, fair enough.
This is, oh my God, this is right up there with the love is love in the gay marriage debate. They're consenting adults. It's brother and sister. Oh, well, then it's not okay.
Well, no, I think they'd still find a way to justify it. That's the problem with this is moral relativism means nothing can be wrong. So you're okay with anything. And they're finding more and more ways to justify grown men being around little kids with their wieners hanging out.
Cybertaz, thank you. Say hello to Officer Wood Chipper.
Can we deputize machinery yet?
The notion that everybody should just be allowed to do what they want, that comes with the caveat, as long as you're not hurting other people. And he's trying to make the argument that trans people aren't hurting you. And most of them, no. But the trans activists are. They are putting people in danger by excusing shit like this. And when it happens, going, well, not that instance of it. There's a very easy way to make sure this doesn't happen. Don't let dudes in the locker room. We used to arrest people for that shit, especially with their dick out. There's like a litany of felonies involved there.
Yeah, they used to call it lewd and lascivious conduct.
And now they're like, but he's just being she's just being her natural self.
Yeah, you have to accept them, you bigot. No, I don't.
They're being their authentic self by pretending to be a girl.
Yeah, I don't think they have dysphoria. In 99.9% of these cases, they don't have dysphoria. They're just weirdos.
Even having dysphoria, you're not being your authentic self, dressing as the opposite sex and pretending you are them because of the word pretending. It might be what helps them get along. And I'm with you on this, Jack. If they have genuine dysphoria and it's to help them just live their life, cool. But it's still not authentic.
Yeah, but I haven't seen that many people with actual dysphoria get caught trying to whip their dick out in front of kids.
No,
it's
because they have
always some pervert.
Yeah, because they have a whole different psychological issue.
Yeah, they're dealing with some way bigger issues, and they're not out trying to diddle kids.
Yep.
As far as I can tell, because it's such a statistically small group of people. But there are people that have latched onto the community that are actively pedos or just weirdos that like exposing themselves, and they found a way to try and justify their behavior. And that's the problem with all of this.
The opinion that you have of I don't think it should be that way isn't valid.
I don't think dick should be around little girls. That's not a valid opinion. Huh. It's a hell of a hill to die on, homie.
Yeah, what's on your hard drive? Is your name Destiny?
Now, again, in his mind, that's not what he's saying. In his mind, he's like, it's actually a dude who thinks he's a girl, and he's authentically a girl, so you're wrong to say you shouldn't be allowed in the girls' locker room. Okay, sir. Of the two of us, which one is scientifically correct? So which one of us has the more reality-based opinion, you fucknut? I cannot stress enough that this is about a grown man. We saw his picture, Jack. I should have probably pulled it up knowing I was going to talk about this. He didn't even try to look like a chick. Nope. He had a little bit of long hair, but he didn't try in any way to look like a woman. And he was standing around with his junk out in a school in a girl's locker room. And they allowed it to happen repeatedly until people went, why is this allowed to happen?
Yeah.
And then suddenly they were like, well, I mean, he was a freak. Anyone with actual dysphoria is not going to be running around the girls' locker room with their dick hanging out, because it would just remind them that they're not actually a girl.
Exactly.
They would be the most shy person changing in a closed bathroom stall to make sure nobody saw that. This is the change that came with the glorification of trans nonsense. Is the people prior to that who did cross-dress, for lack of a better term. I know there's probably some politically correct term we're supposed to use, but the people who did cross-dress, they wanted to be known. If it was a man, they wanted to be known as a woman. They didn't want to be known as a trans woman. There was no pride in having the genitals that they felt were wrong. But these people are so proud of it because they're not actually dysphoric at all. They just want to show their dicks to people who don't want to see it. Yeah. We used to arrest people for that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got your exhibitionists, your fetishists, kid diddlers, rapists, general assorted perverts, flashers, whatever. So yeah, they're people that have weaseled their way into a group because it gives them cover. They can hide behind that as a badge of protection.
Real dysphoric people feel uncomfortable in their own body. They're not going to be going out there purposefully making other people feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's why the pronoun thing is bullshit as well. I saw the Donald Trump thing actually pissed me off. The clip that I saw of him, and it's not his fault, but from Charlie's funeral. I don't know why it struck me today, but he said that, I'm paraphrasing, I'll get the important part right though, that they're mad at us and want us dead or whatever for using the wrong pronoun. And it occurred to me in that moment that the left did it again. They did it again. Because I've used that phrasing. I've said they're mad at me for using the wrong pronoun. No, they're actually mad at us for using the right pronoun. They're not mad at us for the wrong pronoun. They're mad at the right pronoun. When I call a dude a he, I am not using the wrong pronoun. Cybertest, thank you. Wait, why is the door to the girls' shower made of wood? Yeah.
You're on fire today, Cyber.
Cyber's always funny. I don't know why they do this. Why they can't just admit reality. You can come out there and be for not using the fake pronoun. Yes, exactly. You can go out there and say all kinds of fucked up things. You could go out there and say, yes, he has a dick, but I think he should be in the girls' locker room. You're fucking weird, and I want your hard drive checked. But you can say that. And they're like, no, it's actually a girl. That's a dude.
I could tell you a little bit about why they're so hell-bent on this, because they're losers. Most of these people create nothing. They add nothing to society. They're social parasites who only know how to take. That's why they love communism so much, because they get to be taken care of by mommy and daddy government. They're just takers. They don't know how to build anything. They don't know how to create. Most of them are lazy or kind of stupid, sometimes both. And they're just parasites. They contribute nothing.
Actually, my nieces are too young to vote and too young to protect themselves because they are young girls.
It's up to them what their lives are.
Yeah, my nieces are too young to vote, so they don't get a say in this. What he's saying is it's my job to fight for them. And this guy's like, no, it's their life that matters, what they want to be. Okay, let's apply that thinking to, well, what I believe you and I are thinking about the guy with his wiener out. What if he actually rapes a kid? Is it then okay for a bit? Hey. He's just being himself. That's what his life is supposed to be. You apply this nonsense thinking to any crime, and it falls apart immediately.
Well, they'll find a way to spin it, though. That it's a cultural difference. How many times have we heard that? It's the kid. Maybe the kids enjoyed it. They teased them. They let them on with wearing sexy clothes or some bullshit. These people can never be wrong, so they have to always find a justification for the shitty behavior they do or their preferred group does.
It's not up to you.
My 9-year-old
It's
niece
not up to you
needs
to
a
make that
protector.
decision.
What a horrible thing to say to what he's being told. My
Yep.
9-year-old niece needs protection. That's not up to you to make that decision.
No, because kids don't belong to you. They belong to society. And if it's been deemed that kids can marry and have a dude doing the helicopter with his wiener in the bathroom, then too bad.
In a way, he is right. The way that we run society, to have an actual civilization, individual people don't get to make all of the decisions. Not here in America, Jack. We vote on these things. We elect representatives. We pass laws that society's like, this is what we need to do. And to sit there and go, that's not your decision. You're right. It's our collective decision. And collectively, we've decided we don't want little girls forced to see grown men probably wearing the outfit from Silence of the Lambs, running around a locker room with their dicks out. And we should not be torturing half of the child population to placate a handful of gentlemen who it would be just so traumatizing for me to pee in the boys' room. I don't even care if it is a dysphoric person. They're absolutely dysphoric. Keep your dick away from the little girls. I don't think that should be in any way controversial. And I'm not even talking about touching them. I don't want them seeing your wiener. And I can't believe that this is something that's considered controversial.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking gross.
But we saw, a very similar thing. Remember the gay guys on bikes? Okay, I don't know for sure they were gay, but they were on bikes naked at the Pride Parade.
Oh, yeah.
Who parked literally in front of that girl could not have been more than 4. And instead of a collective outrage going, no, you had people like Brian Krasenstein going, little girls see dicks all the time. I don't know where he grew up. And he tried to excuse it, like they probably see their brothers and their father's dicks all the time.
What?
Yeah, that was his excuse.
Yeah, that's. I don't know what kind of household he grew up in whatever nudist colony or rape den, but that's not normal.
You guys can look up on Twitter and verify everything I just said, because I had arguments with that idiot over that stupid shit.
Yeah, and he still fucking didn't learn anything because he's stupid.
Nope. He was making hey, that was fine. They see their dad's wiener all the time. My daughter has not seen my wiener. It wasn't a normal thing for my sons and me to be running around with our wieners out, because that's fucking weird.
Yeah. Yeah, there's probably some leftists like, you denied them the right to see your wiener?
Right? Oh my God.
Some of these people are really mentally screwed up, dude.
I cannot believe. All you have to do is come out and go, yeah, that's wrong. There's no other argument for it. Because you have to understand, once again, that this is in the context of what they say doesn't happen actually happening. That doesn't happen. Yeah, it happened there, but it still doesn't happen.
Yeah, that sort of thing does seem to happen a lot, where they're like, that doesn't happen, and then it happens like 2 or 3 times. I mean, we've seen 3 examples of leftist violence in the last 2 weeks.
Yes, but it's the right that's violent. It's such nonsense, man. Yeah, I don't care about that. Well, I did, but I don't. Oh, let's go back to immigration. Don't worry, we're not gonna have to watch this prick. We're just gonna put him on the screen. The other day, Gavin Newsome signed a whole bunch of bills, Jack. And he's standing in front of a placard on his podium there that says, "Safe schools, safe communities." For the record, right up here, there's a dude named Scott Wiener, who for safe schools, he's on the, let me click here so you can see my pointer. This guy right here.
Yeah, dude's a perv, man.
That's Scott Wiener. California had a law that said that if you're within 10 years of the age of the person you're having sex with, it's not a real big deal. But it only applied to heterosexuals, which technically meant that a 24-year-old could be banging a 14-year-old.
Yep.
And instead of saying, wait, whoa, we should not allow that. Instead, he's like, gay people should be able to fuck kids too. And they passed a law that made that happen.
Yeah. It should tell you a lot about how California is run and probably what Scott Wiener's up to.
I just want to point out again, safe schools, safe communities. Scott Wiener, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway,
it depends how you define that, though, because is it safe for perverts? Yes.
You're right. They didn't say who it was safe for.
Yeah.
Yep.
Real quick, thank you, S. Cybertaz, for the generous donation. Why can't these mentally ill freaks use the unisex or handicapped bathrooms? They're legitimately mentally ill, even with body dysmorphia.
Well,
sorry. This freak was doing this for his perversion and to get attention. That's why they're doing it. It's a fetish.
Devil Pup also says, I think the answer is family bathrooms. I don't. Because this country's been around for a long time. We've had public bathrooms for a long time, and it's only become an issue in the last decade because they were suddenly like, this less than half of a percent of people might feel uncomfortable when they pee.
Yeah, it's about getting you used to seeing people in the bathroom that would normally make you uncomfortable.
Well, I hear what you're saying, and you're not wrong, but I think a big problem with this is that, sorry, women are involved, because the male bathroom experience and the female bathroom experience is entirely different.
Yeah.
So these guys I feel uncomfortable if I go in there. The men's bathroom is not a welcoming place. It's like a Nazi library. You don't talk to anyone. You don't make eye contact. You're not checking people out. You're not talking about your day. You ladies go in there and you have conversations and shit. We go in there and it's regimented. You go in, you pee, you wash your hands, you leave. I couldn't even tell you what the other guys in the bathroom were wearing.
Yeah. Gay dudes having sex in the bathroom are the most disgusting dudes on the planet because you're having sex in the men's room. Gross.
And you are violating the norm of the men's room.
Yeah, there's rules, unwritten rules.
It is a very, very strict place.
And a lot of these predators understand this because they're targeting women and girls. And who are the most empathetic people? Women and girls. Who are the most vulnerable? Women and girls. So they're going there for the specific reason to fulfill their fetishes or their perversities. Now, granted, as I've said before, people with actual dysphoria are just going in there to go to the fucking bathroom. They're not the ones whirling their dicks around.
If somebody wanted to come into the men's room in a dress and pee standing up at the urinal, you might notice it and tell your friends about it, but nobody's going to be like, get out of here, you weirdo.
No, nobody wants to make eye contact when they're peeing in the men's room.
Maybe today, after all of the shit people have gone through, that might be an issue. But until you guys fucked it all up, you could have gone in and peed in the men's room and nobody would have cared. You could have peed in the girls' room and just not told us you were dudes. Don't run around with your dick out so we have proof, right?
Yeah.
But you guys couldn't even do that much.
No, because it's a fetish. It's for sexual gratification, or they're rapey perverts.
Perverts.
It's until they clamp down on this stuff. There's going to be people victimized. So you don't have to like that, but that's the way it is, and things need to change. But thank you, Cybertest. Appreciate it, man.
Now, while Scott Wiener's on the screen, this one is actually not about anything we've talked about yet. This instead was a handful of bills that basically shuts down ICE in California, including a bill that they're not allowed to wear masks, and they have to have the bills that they wrote. They actually had to go back and fix because it would have made undercover police work illegal in the state of California.
Yeah. Fucking idiots. And this isn't going to work anyway because ICE is federal.
Yep.
And they can't apply these laws to federal law enforcement.
Nope, they sure can't. And when this shit goes to court, which it will, it's all going to get shot down. But boy, did they slap each other on the back over it.
Oh, yeah. And I bet Scott Wiener did a little cupping of the front.
Unconsensually. I just want you to look at that group of Democrats. These are Democrat lawmakers in California. Does that inspire any confidence at all? I really like the trans woman here pretending that that's a dude.
Oh, I thought that was Pedro Pascal.
It kind of does look like it, don't it?
It does. Does that mean this person has a big lumpy head and looks vaguely like some guy I saw once?
It does look like Pedro Pascal. And then turn the pretty woman forward again, since we have to look at Gavin Newsom. But yeah, this is who's running California, man. And they just can't wait to keep more illegals in their state because, did I cut out at all?
No.
My screen blinked. That was weird. All right.
Great pause game on Newsom. His head turned. He looks weird.
Well, he's a weird looking dude.
He looks like a bird person.
Gavin Newsom became a household name in political spheres by going against the will of the people. Repeatedly, openly, brazenly going against the will of the people. And he will tell you that the Republicans are coming for your democracy. It was an open, an actual democratic event, the voting down of gay marriage. And again, I don't care how you feel about it. But he decided all on his own that was wrong and changed America, Jack.
Yep.
The citizens of California voted against gay marriage. And he was like, I'm better than them. I'll do what I want.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the problem with that is even if you agree with gay marriage, you can't have that kind of mentality if you do believe in democracy at all. And this is on the state level, so don't give me we're a republic, not a democracy. Each state is its own separate democracy. And this was a just straight Democratic vote because they voted on it on a ballot issue. It was a ballot measure, and they voted against it.
Yeah.
And this is one of their heroes. Anyway, fuck these people and fuck this nonsense. ICE, we need more ICE. I haven't seen one fucking person since ICE has started actually cracking down being like, there's no way to get rid of all the illegals. Remember that talking point before Trump got elected? How are you going to do it?
Oh, they've been kicking so much ass. ICE has actually got their balls back. They've been doing pretty solid work overall.
Yeah. Getting rid of lots of these little fuckers. And I'm sorry that you're going to have to pay more for your child care. I'm sorry you'll have to wash your own fucking dishes. Or, pay, what's that word they like? A livable wage.
What? A living wage? But they're illegal, monkey.
Let's go back to our kitty cat. We got about 10 minutes of show if you want to bring anything up, Jack, because otherwise, whoops. There we go. Otherwise, we'll be wrapping up.
Let me check my notes here. I am awesome. Destiny's a douchebag.
True.
Did you see that football player get smashed?
Yeah.
That's pretty fucked up.
That's another one, though. Look, I don't know what actually went on there, but when I saw it, when Libs at TikTok tweeted it out, the thumbnail for it says black player attacks white player. It's football. If you want to go somewhere where that's probably not an issue, it's in sports. This isn't the 1960s anymore. It's just a douchebag kid being a douchebag to another kid.
I think it's more surprising there was a white kid on the field.
He was a quarterback. That makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
The quarterback position for the longest time was, I don't want to say whites only, but mostly white. It has expanded a lot these days, especially with more running quarterbacks, but very few of them are actually great quarterbacks. Like Michael Vick was great in college, but that's because in college you can get away with the quarterback being your highest runner every fucking game.
Yeah, beating dogs. Yeah.
And, well, they fought each other. He didn't really beat them that we know of.
Oh, yeah, they beat the losing dogs. They beat them to death. Did you see that Tom Holland got injured on the set of Spider-Man?
No, were they like doing the play?
They were doing a stunt and he fell and apparently got a concussion.
Oof.
So yeah.
I was just making a joke about how many people died making the stage version of that.
Right.
I know. Let's do high wire acts from people who've never done it before. What could go wrong?
I mean, how could that possibly backfire?
No, I hope he's okay. I mean, I don't want the man hurt. I would like him to eventually grow up so that Peter Parker doesn't still look 12 anymore.
I don't think that dude's going to grow anymore.
At least he could do is take some testosterone and grow one of those trans beards so he looks older.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying.
I got a couple of little videos here that might be of interest to you. But yeah, there's not a whole lot going on today. The memorial thing was the big news, and then they quietly released that the New Hampshire and Minnesota attackers or California, wherever that shooting was at the station, were both leftists, and then it quietly disappeared from the media.
Well, we all expected that.
Yeah. Well, that's who's been doing most of the troublemaking.
I will say that sorry, I just opened this. Dances with Hamsters. What? I will say that my Chargers are 3-0 for the first time in over 20 years, man.
And the fourth seal was opened.
Okay, I'm going to. I don't know if we can show this one.
Which one?
I don't know, the first one there.
First one?
Show it, but we'll turn off the sound because I think the sound would get us in trouble.
Yeah, the chanting.
Yeah, for the record in this video, guys, the reason we're doing it is because there's let's call it stereotypical Indian chanting, American chanting.
Yeah, it's a powwow.
Damn loud bird. You should hear it in person. I fucking hate that bird, and I can't wait till he dies.
Evil One sent us this.
When you want a little rain, I like that. It's a midget Native American doing a rain dance. That's fucking awesome. Well, I don't know. It's a rain dance. It's a dance.
That's more of a sprinkle dance when he does it.
That's right. A gentle mist. The only thing that makes me sad about this is he's not running. I would pay money to watch that guy run, dressed like this.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah,
glad he was included. I mean, he seems like he's having fun.
Indeed.
And look at the size of that dude in the back. Holy shit.
You know, one of the things I do like about midgets is how big their heads are because they look like Charlie Brown cartoons.
Ha!
It amuses me. All right, I don't know what the... Okay. This guy sounded very angry from the start. Make sure volume's on. Yeah, okay.
The biggest gang in my neighborhood was run by a guy with Down syndrome.
So he had the Crips in his neighborhood.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to see the Down syndrome gang movie. I want to see West Side Story done with nothing but downsies.
Downs in the hood.
Yes. GG Evans, thank you so much. Don't make fun of Chief Knee High. I wasn't making fun. I'm a fan of midgets. It is funny when they run, though.
Called him Fubar because he was fucked up beyond all repair. Now, the people in the community originally didn't think anything of it. They're like, oh, he has Down syndrome, let him. But eventually, shit got bad. He would only recruit other people with Down syndrome. So you'd see a group of Down syndrome drug dealers coming at you saying, hey, give me all your money. But make no mistake about it, Fubar was a fucking genius. And these Down syndrome guys are the strongest people you'll ever meet. They would selectively take down corners of each neighborhood until they controlled the whole city.
You know, I don't know if he's being honest here or not, but that does... I just had the best thought ever, Jack.
Oh, yeah?
We could clean up all crime in America if we hired a fully Down syndrome police force.
No, we'd have to make them extrajudicial, so they were like a black ops group, so they could use their strength to rip people apart.
Now I want to see a movie
about vigilante Downs people.
The B team.
Yeah.
Like A team.
Be the X team, wouldn't it? Because of the
D team. A bunch of downsies coming in to clean shit up when the police won't help for real.
They just give themselves names like that are really weird, like I'm beta carotene because he heard the word and thought it was cool.
Instead of face, you got face chewer.
Yeah.
A huge gang war broke out between the Mexicans and the Downies. Fubar, after 2 long years, wiped out all the Mexicans. Eventually, he died due to a SWAT raid. They fucking raided his house, threw a flashbang in the jacuzzi, which gave him a seizure and killed him. The poor guy had epilepsy. That was his weakness. If it wasn't for that, he'd be Pablo Escobar.
I want that story to be true so badly.
I know, right?
But there's not enough downsies for that. Just saying.
There's so many movie names you could come up with too.
Yes. So many movie ideas, man.
Downs fellas.
Imagine Taken, but redone with downsies.
Oh my God.
I have a special set of skills.
I'm here to chew bubblegum and poop my pants. I'm all out of bubblegum.
Yes.
What time to enter Downsy Vigilante? Right?
I don't think there's a single movie that wouldn't be better if it was an all Downsy cast. Like,
Downsy's
do you know how much
Angels?
Do you know how much more fun Downsy's List would have been than Schindler's List?
Well, it'd have been a happier movie for sure.
Much happier movie. Name me a movie. There's not one that wouldn't be better with all Downsy cast. And I mean that quite sincerely.
Picture it, Charlie's Angels, but with Downsies. So Bosley gives them their task. He's like, all right, here's the guy you got to get today. And they're like, okay. and then they'd go out and have a wacky adventure.
The Sopranos. Thank you, Gigi. Now I need to see all of these movies done with downsies. Those of you guys who are good with AI video, please make these for me. Human Centipede, actually, I've never seen Human Centipede. The whole idea is gross to me.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
But I might watch it with downsies because the downsies have the best expressions.
I don't think you've seen enough of Human Centipede to make that. You just asked for a very poop-filled movie.
Downsies, well, that would be another thing. Do you realize how the shooting would go, how hard it would be to get it all done? This would be one of those production hell videos from The Drinker.
Oh, my God, yeah.
He kept shitting in his mouth.
Well, that is Human Centipede.
You're missing the best one and the simplest one. Okay, which one, AP? I would watch Footloose redone. The Departed.
Oh, Undercover. Yeah. I would watch that movie if they redid The Departed with downsies. Oh my God, you're talking. If I was in charge of the Oscars, Watership Downs. Oh man, you took the Sad Bunny movie and made it sadder.
Do you know how many of them would die on the set of Titanic?
All of them. It turned
we lost another one. All right. And on that wonderful thought, I'm going to be thinking all day about movies with downsies in them.
You're welcome.
That's awesome. It actually is. I appreciate that more than I really should have. Guys, we're wrapping up. Take care of yourselves. No, that's the very, very end. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for just being here. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you for putting up with the show issues at the beginning. Don't know what the fuck happened there, but thank you for being you. Jack, anything you want to show?
True slow man. I'm gonna drop some links. I got some new videos come out. Pandasaurus review is up, and so is a review for Duke issue 2. And there is a supporter exclusive for channel members and patrons. So check those out. Also, thank you, Cybertaz, for the dono. You guys out there are all awesome. Appreciate all of your support and you're beautiful people. Make sure you check out AP stream and P-Dog's coming up here in a few hours.
Blue Eyed says, guess I woke up late. Don't worry, the best part of the show was the downsy thing at the end. Yeah, no long outro. Jack, a pleasure as always, my friend.
Always glad to be here.
Take care, guys. We love you. We'll see you on the next one. I'm
Bye,
not
everybody.
singing at the end of this one either. Shit.